Before I continue discussing the markets, please take this moment now with helping me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Click this bell. Click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Next, click the thumbs up button every time you watch my videos. Okay, let's continue with the view of the markets. Hello, welcome to another video of Winning Wall Street's Money. It's Sunday, 3:48 p.m. New York time. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and comment something awesome down below. I appreciate it. Thank you. So in this video, I'm discussing commodities, agricultural, energy, and metals. We'll look at weekly timeframes, monthly timeframes. On a side note, U.S. commodities are all priced in U.S. dollar. So typically, if the U.S. dollar is getting weaker, commodity prices go higher. But also taking into account supply and demand have a embedded cost in the commodities. So here we're looking at the weekly chart. Each candlestick is 1 week, and we're looking at the time frame of 1 year. So for the week, the US dollar closed down red and made a new low for the year. Very bearish for the US dollar. Let's look at the monthly time frame of the US dollar. Each candlestick represents a month. Because we're in December and we haven't ended yet, the current candle's not done yet. But we're looking here at 5 years of the US dollar, each candle for 1 month. And there's the high. Here's the low. We're much closer to the low. This yellow line, yellow horizontal line, is a swing low. And we're testing the price level of 90. So right now we're momentum. We broke out of this consolidation and trend's going lower towards that swing low. Where do you think commodities prices are going? Let's first look at the weekly time frame of the commodities. First, we'll look at the agriculture, corn, soybean, and wheat. Again, weekly time frame. Each candle is a week. The whole grid is 1 year. So here's corn. Here's the all-time high for the year. We're in a consolidation right now. We closed green for the week, broke above that inside candle, means indecision. Yeah, price is going higher in corn. What's corn for? Corn is used for feed for animals. Corn is used in ethanol for energy sources. So there's a big demand for corn. And the US dollar is getting weaker. So again, higher corn prices might make livestock cost more money if you're feeding you're buying products that are fed corn. And if you're using energy sources that use corn as the ethanol instead of sugarcane, well, this price is going higher, so you expect those prices going higher. Looking at soybean, high for the year. Again, each candle is 1 week, and this whole grid is the year. All-time high for the year. We broke out of this consolidation. This week we broke out of it. Momentum's to the upside, very strong. Yeah, what's soy used for? Multiple sources. It's used as feed for livestock. It's used in food products like your tofu. So many commercial-based products may include soy-based products. Huge demand. Looking at wheat futures. Here's the high for the year. Closed red for the week, back inside this prior candle. But big tail on the bottom, so buyers came and support it. Yeah, it's going higher. Big demand for the wheat, as well as getting the weaker US dollar. Let's look at livestock. Livestock is a luxury to some people. Some countries worldwide, and some people in the United States can't afford the luxury of livestock, from beef or pork or poultry, because the price is more expensive than other food products. So they may not be eating a healthy meal. We're looking here at live cattle. Here's the high for the year. And we're trending higher, but on smaller trading ranges each candle. Looking at here, lean hogs. Here's the high for the year. It's back inside this consolidation phase. And feeder cattle, here's the high for the year, which is this yellow horizontal line. And we're still inside a consolidation phase, but it's making staircase pattern higher high. But there's been a supply zone here, sellers here before, which is also the midpoint of here. So we may see sellers up here again, pushing this lower. Let's go softs. What are softs? Lumber. The number one country U.S. imports lumber for construction housing is from Canada. So we have to convert our U.S. dollar into Canadian dollars to import lumber from Canada. Yes, the United States gets lumber from Central and South America, but the majority of it for construction comes from our neighbors in the north, Canada. So here's lumber. Green for the week. Higher high, higher low. The momentum's to the upside. And here's the high for the year. So we're gunning to the high again. That's going to have a big cost embedded in housing construction. What's the Canadian dollar doing? It's also making higher highs, side by side. Lumber, Canadian dollar, both up strong, and the US dollar is going lower. Are you buying a house? Are you doing renovation? Are you in the need for lumber? Are you a wholesaler of lumber and passing the costs on to others? Let's look at energy. Start off with crude oil. Green for the week. The momentum's to the upside. The all-time high for the year, 65.65, where the low was down here, 650. Yeah, that's a barrel. So right now we're real close to $50 a barrel in that key area. Maybe tonight when the futures market opens, maybe go up and touch that, or sometime this week. And then you see that price roll over, typically 2 or 3 days later. If crude goes higher, you see that price in your gas station because they're getting new gas delivery. You're buying the future contract. Yeah. US dollar going lower, crude oil going higher. Natural gas, green for the week, higher high, higher low. Here's the high for the year. And during the past few months, businesses such as airline and transportation say there's a lower need, less need for crude oil, energy. So if you have industry, manufacturing slowing down, cruise lines slowing down, transportation of airlines slowing down, why is the price going higher? Well, if it's not a supply and demand, part of it is the price of the US dollar. Or maybe other countries are doing better, faster recovering than us, that's putting pressure on crude oil. Consider ask your Congress member. We look at metals, the number one metal being gold. Here's the high for the year, which is this yellow horizontal line. It's in a consolidation phase again. And there we are, higher high, higher low. So the trend reversed here, going higher high, higher low. Silver, strong move for the week. Green, higher high, higher low. Breaking out of that consolidation base. Here's the high for the year. Copper, all-time high for the year, real strong. What is copper used for? Copper is used for infrastructure and building homes, offices, also big use for appliances and other industrial use. So if the United States housing market is slowing down, or if the renovation market is slowing down, or appliances are slowing down, maybe not in the United States, maybe other countries are doing better and they're having a better recovery. Platinum, here we are, all-time high for the year, 3 weeks ago. 2 candles back to back, inside candles, indecision. So that's a consolidation, building a wedge, and maybe that's going to break out to the upside. Yeah, inside candles, it means the high and low do not go above or below the prior candle. You have 2 of them back to back. Interesting. It's building a spiral. It's going to be very powerful when it breaks out either direction for a new trend. Let's go to the higher time frame. We'll look at the monthlies. Each candle is going to be 1 month. We're in December, so the current one won't be done yet. But the time frame here on this grid is 5 years. Looking at 5 years, each candle for 1 month. First, we'll look at corn. Here's the high corn. Here we are right now. Look at that inside candle, indecision. Be interesting if at the end of the month it finishes like that. Soy, all-time high for the year. Huge demand for that. Wheat futures, just shy of the all-time for the year right there. Still gunning higher. Your food products, your pastries, your breads, costing more money. Let's go to the next. Let's look at the livestock. Live cattle, all-time high 5 years ago was here. And here we are now. Yes, we broke out of consolidation, green for the week, higher high, higher low. Lean hog, all-time high for the 5 years right there, which was last year. And here we are now in a consolidation phase. Feeder cattle, all-time high was 5 years ago. And here we are now inside this consolidation. Commodity livestock is not so strong as the agricultural commodities. Let's look at the agricultural source, lumber. Wow. This is the current month, this candle. Look at the price range. Huge move, maybe one of the biggest moves in price range for the past 5 years. All-time high was this year for lumber, $859.09. We could round it up to $860 for lumber. Huge, and we're gunning back up to that high. Huge demand on lumber. Wow. Also, remember, part of that has the inverse effect because the US dollar is so weak. It's causing that. Wow. Home is going to cost more money. Lumber for materials costing more money. Look at the Canadian dollar. All-time high for the year. This is the year. And here's the past 5 years, over 5 years, that's the all-time high. Wow, what a big move. So if you're building a home with lumber, expect to pay more for that home if you haven't done it yet. There are other building materials better for building homes than using lumber. Let's look at the futures of the monthly chart. Crude oil. Here's the high over the 5 years. And here we are now. Trending higher, getting closer to $50. Excuse me. Natural gas. Here's the high over 5 years. And here we are now in this consolidation phase. Let's look at metals. Well, the US dollar is down so low. So how's gold doing? Look at gold. It's been trending higher, been pulling back for half this year. This yellow candle right there, it's called, it's hollow, it's considered green. It's indecision. High and low do not go above or below that prior candle. There's a name for that. But it's not done yet because the month hasn't ended yet. So wait to the end of the month. But that could be a trigger. That could be a trigger that the following month might break out above that and trend higher. So if you're bullish on gold, you might look for entry signals. And we'll see what happens. We still got time. Silver, huge move up for the month. All-time high was this year. Big demand for metal, gold and silver. Copper, high for the year and over the last 5 years, all-time high. So you have lumber and copper both hitting all-time highs this year from comparison of the last 5 years. Huge demand. And platinum, here's the high 5 years ago, and here we are now. If you like this market information I've shared and want to learn more with greater detail, step-by-step training, I have a Patreon page. I share trade ideas for earning monthly income. Below in the description box, click Show More. Scroll down. This link here, click on it. Take you here to my Patreon page. Select the membership and join. Then you have access to unlock my posts.